Hello. Okay. This is my second day of recording myself because I'm very bored. And what I wanted to talk about today was something that's been on my mind for a while. And that is, what girlfriend am I going to have? What type of girlfriend am I going to get? I'm 27 years old right now. I have no girlfriend. I've had girlfriends in the past, and I feel like I finally discovered the type of girl I want. And I think if you're out there and you're struggling, deciding like, hey man, what partner am I going to have? I think this is what you should do. Get you a girl that has an ugly face and a fat ass. That's what you need, man. Those two things right there, I think they make for a pretty great person, okay? Because if you get a girl with an ugly face, she's probably going to be nice. She's probably going to be, kind. If you ask her out, she'll probably say yes, because she probably, she doesn't probably get asked out much, and, she's probably like dedicated to something else other than her looks, like a job. Maybe she has like an awesome career. Like, she's probably working hard by herself because she has to, because she's ugly. No guy's gonna take care of her. But then the ugly ass, the fat ass, tells me that she didn't give up. She didn't just decide that she's gonna be an ugly person. I've seen those people. There are people with ugly faces and then just like terrible bodies. It's like, oh, they hate themselves. But there are girls I've seen with ugly faces, but amazing bodies, a fucking fat ass. They're always in the gym. They're building themselves. That's someone that doesn't quit, right? That's a girl that decided, you know what? I'm not just going to be an ugly face. I'm also going to have a fat ass. And that takes what? That takes dedication. That takes hard work. That takes perseverance. Look, that's someone you want to build a life with. That's what I think. This is a person who's not going to quit when things get ugly. When things get ugly, she goes. That's the type of person you need in your life. Because look, if you get the girl with the pretty face and the big boobs, that girl's going to ruin your life, man. It's true. I've seen it so many times. I see girls that are like pretty and with big boobs, and then they get older and they're fat now. And they're ugly because they were really just like, like young. They weren't pretty. They were just young. So they weren't in the gym all the time. They weren't keeping up with themselves. And, they were getting, all this play from guys. So they don't really have like any like career or job or anything. They were just pretty with big boobs. And if you get that girl, she's going to ruin your life, man. Don't do it. Get the girl with the ugly face and the fat ass. That's a better future. Now, the problem with her is she's got an ugly face. And that's the tough part. You could turn her around and just fuck that fat ass, but that's the tough part. That really is it. Like, I've met girls that were awesome. They were kind. They were sweet. They're hardworking, they're intelligent, and they just had ugly faces. And I was like, oh my God, like, I want to love you. I want to be with you, but I can't because I'm not attracted to you. But I wish I was. See, this is something that I think scientists should be studying. How do we love ugly people? It's easy to love a girl with a pretty face. It's easy to love good-looking people. But how do you love ugly people? This is what doctors should be working on. Enough with the cancer. Stop studying cancer. We got to find other ways to save people's lives, to help them. Because too many times, look, I've seen, and I think this is why I'm 27 and single, because I see guys that are older than me that they got with the pretty hot girl, and then they get to like their mid-30s and 40s, and they're ruined. Their whole lives are ruined. Like, the girl wasn't a good person, and then now she's older and she's not even hot. It's terrible. And then the young girl that was ugly but that was a kind and hardworking person, maybe she's killing it, and you're like, fuck, but I didn't get with her when I had the chance. I ruined my whole life now. So I wish, doctors would study this. How do we love ugly people? I should be able to go to my doctor and be like, Doc, how's it going? I'm here because I met a girl and she's great. She's funny. She's understanding. She's kind. She's hardworking. She's great, man. But the one thing is, she's ugly. And I need help, man, because I don't want to ruin my life. This is a good partner to build a life with. She's shown me. She has all the characteristics, except I'm not attracted to her. I don't want to have sex with her. And the doctor should be like, okay, well, how ugly is she? And I'll be like, bro, she is ugly, man. She is very ugly. Here's a photo of you. I show you a photo, but it's going to take your breath away. And then the doctor can be like, okay, well, you know what? We have medication for this now. We have some pills. And now, I'll give you a 1-year supply. Come back. If you guys are still together, I'll give you a 2-year supply. And then after that, if you guys decide to get married, I'll give you the vaccine. And then you'll just love ugly people now. That's what I think we should be doing. But, people are doing the opposite. People are, getting surgeries to, take away their wrinkles on their skin, to get bigger lips, to get bigger boobs. Ugly people are turning pretty, and it's weird. And eventually they just get ugly. You're going to get old. We should be doing the opposite. We should be taking medication so we fall in love with ugly people. There should be something. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. But I feel like, why aren't people doing that? How do we love ugly people? But, yeah, man. I don't know. But that's what you should be looking for, guys. Get you the girl with the ugly face with the fat ass. Kind, hardworking person right there. That's what you need, man. Anyways. I don't know what else to talk about. There's a new Shrek movie coming out. I don't know if you guys have seen this. The new Shrek 5, which is pretty cool. The first Shrek was awesome. The first Shrek is a great movie. But you know what? The second Shrek is an even better movie. Shrek 2 is Shrek 2 is one of the greatest movies that's ever been made. It's like Shawshank Redemption, and then Titanic, maybe Avatar, and then right below that is Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is great. If you haven't watched it, or if you haven't, seen it in a while, go watch that movie, bro. That's a good way to spend a Friday night, is watching Shrek 2. It's entertaining. It teaches you something. Shrek was trying to change. He was trying to be, look at that. He was trying to be beautiful, but that he was just being fake. But Fiona loved him, and Shrek loved her for being ugly, because they were kind people inside. Oh my God. That's the thing. It was such a good movie. It was funny too. It was an actually funny movie. When Shrek and Donkey are trying to get into the fairy godmother's lab, but the little reception dude, the little French guy, won't let him in. So then Shrek and Donkey, they pretend that they're from the Union. Right? The guy's like, hey, she not seeing anybody today, okay? And then Shrek goes, that's all right, buddy. We're from the Union. The Union? Yes, we represent the workers of all mythical creatures, both evil and benign. Tell me, have you been feeling belittled or oppressed lately? And then the guy goes, a little. We don't even have dental. They don't even have dental. because even in this fake animated world, with talking donkeys and ogres and magic, they still don't have dental coverage. That's crazy. You can't write that in a movie that the workers have dental coverage. That's impossible. You can do freaking knights and talking frogs and the donkeys having sex with the dragon. That's fine to put in, but don't you dare put in that they have dental coverage, because we can't make that we can't make that up. I just remember that from Shrek. It was like one of the oh man, when I was like 8 or 9 watching that movie, I was like, oh, that's funny, and I didn't even know what it meant, but I knew it was funny. I'm gonna go watch Shrek 2. I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. It's like 9. I'm gonna go watch Shrek 2. But yeah, man, get you the ugly girl with the fat ass. Live a good life. Don't get the girl with the pretty face and the big boobs. That's gonna destroy your life, man. Be strong. Stay out there. All right. Bye.